Hello everybody, today I'm going to share with you this FEIT electric filament LED bulb. But it's not just a standard filament LED bulb, no. This is a blacklight bulb, and I've seen these things on the shelves for quite a while now with all the other colored ones that I have. However, these things cost $10, and I finally found them on sale, so I decided to pick one up for way less than $10. As you can see here, this one is 7 watts, which is ever so slightly more than the 4 or 3.6 watt versions of the regular colored versions of these filament LED bulbs that I've already shown in previous videos. But anyway, this one, as you can see, and as I've said, is a blacklight. So here's the front of the packaging. We also have the side with some information, the back in another language, and the side with some more information as well. So if you'd like to read any of that, you can go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, we'll take a look at the bottom here, and of course, the top. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. The first thing that caught my eye when I opened this up in store, just to check it out, is that it has 6 LED filaments inside. It doesn't have 4 like the picture on the outside suggests. However, I'm guessing they use a standard picture for all of them and they just make it whatever color they want for the packaging. So anyway, we do not have a special color for the black ring here on the bottom. Here it is white. But some of the other colored versions had a colored ring, so you can distinguish what color the bulb actually is when it lights up. So anyway, here we can see the filament LEDs inside, and it appears that there may not be any phosphor on these rods, like the ones that produce white light, and some of the colored ones that we saw that had yellow looking phosphors on them, or other colors as well. So I'm guessing they're using special black light LEDs in here. And we'll go ahead and take a look at this thing a little bit later when it is totally dark out and see how it really functions. But for now, we'll take a look at what we can here in the bright light of day. Of course, we have our etch here at the bottom and some caution information on the other side. I just can't get over how cool these filament LED bulbs are. They're really light, they don't get very hot, and they look so much like a traditional incandescent bulb, even when, covered in a shade or frosted. Just amazing, this technology. Anyway, let me go ahead and grab our socket here. We'll screw it in. Let's turn it on. There we go. Well, it looks very, very purple on camera, but in person it's a bluish purple, a blue purple, just like a black light would be. Now, the camera is also picking up a lot more of the spectrum than you could maybe see with your eyes, so that's where it's getting some different colors as well. But here we can see, if the camera will focus, the individual LEDs on these rods. Looks like they shine at an angle out the side of the bulb, because you can see, we can't really see the LEDs very well here. But on the side, before we turn it, you can see the LEDs much better. So an interesting design on how to throw the light in different directions. So, a pretty cool filament LED bulb. Now, let's go ahead and see how this thing looks when it's dark out. Okay, well, it's totally dark out now, so let's go ahead and see what this thing can really do. And I am absolutely amazed at how well this really works. I guess I really shouldn't be amazed because, well, it's LEDs that are made for this specific purpose. So, I mean, they made them to work unlike the incandescent bulbs that sometimes have just black glass and sometimes have the woods glass like it should have. But the fluorescent and black light LEDs work way better than their incandescent counterparts. So here we have the filament LED blacklight bulb, obviously, and right next to it we have the glowing pen, the fluorescent pen that I have here, and it really lights things up. It's a very nice purple. It's not too hard on the eyes. However, I'm wearing glasses that cut out a lot of bad UV, so it's not, I don't feel anything really with my eyes. But you can see it, it lights things up generally well. Things that glow that you wouldn't really think, like my sticker here on my computer, the case on the iPod. I know I'm really close with this, but that's the only way that the camera picks it up. If I'm further away, it glows, but you kind of have to get closer for the camera to pick it up. And I think that's due to the lack of actual light that the camera can pick up itself. But things just glow, like my calendar, photos on the wall, everything. It glows very well. Now right below it here, we have a fluorescent backlight. So let me go ahead and switch over to that. Okay, so I switched over to our backlight fluorescent fixture here. And it is obviously putting out the same effect that the LED was. It's not so much, it's not as intense as the LED when you look directly at it, but the intensity of the effect it has on things that react with the UV light, like this neon pen, is equivalent. I still like the fluorescent backlights a lot better than the LEDs, but the LEDs have really come a long way. So obviously it lights up the same things that the LED filament bulb did, but the camera's just having a hard time picking any of that up. But very, very cool. Now another thing I noticed is that if we put the filament bulb here, you can see the individual LEDs on the rods glow. Now that one you can only see maybe a third of it glowing. I don't really know what's the idea there. Maybe some of them didn't get the right phosphor. You can see some are brighter than others, but there's that one that only glows halfway. But very cool and interesting how it works like that. If anybody has an explanation on what exactly is going on there, please leave it in the comments below. I'm guessing it's some type of phosphor on the LED itself that is, well, reacting with the UV light of the fluorescent bulb, obviously, but what exactly chemical they have on there would be quite interesting to know. So anyway, this LED filament bulb is a really, really cool thing. And there you can see the difference in how bright this thing is versus the fluorescent. It even makes the table like glow. It is so intense. If I put it behind my back here, you can see the black light does make the table glow a bit, but you bring this thing in and it is intense. So anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed this video of this FEIT electric 7-watt filament LED blacklight bulb. Also please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.